trying to figure out a way to get stuff to move to the client faster is always a bigger and bigger and bigger challenge for web development and any other developer, for sure. So let's quickly show you how minification works, because I didn't show that in my last bundles configuration, because it's not typical, but I did want to show it in a separate video so that my last one didn't get too lengthy and people could find it easier. So really quick, in my site, just to show, I already have my bundle config set up, assuming that you do as well. I have scripts.render bundles / scripts / desktop, and I have bundle styles.render / bundles / css / desktop. Those two are the name of my virtual bundles, right? These are names that do not exist in the project and should not, because it generates those randomly. And just in each, you can see I included all JS files actually for my directory, so you don't have to do that. You can just include just the projects that you want to. For me, I just used them all. And so to show you the difference here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run this really quick, and I'll show you what the difference is here. And this will take a second. I guess I can show you without having to run that version really quick. So if we didn't do the minification, you can see that each one of these actually would come out in different files, and that takes a long time for the client to load. Especially, they probably not notice it, but that takes us some time. It's a noticeable amount as the files get bigger. So the way to change that is to go in here, and you can say bundles, or you can say BundleTable.Enable Optimizations and set it equal to true. And once you've done that, that's going to start that's going to minify the files, and it's going to create a temporary directory where the user will actually be referenced to. So let me now show you the difference. So here we can see the files are all different. We have different directories for each single one, and we have some different file names and such. So if we go to the project, which I am pulling up now here, I'll pause this for brevity. Okay, and now returning, we have our header file here. And now some really interesting things happen. This is just was to show for earlier, so do not worry about this. This will this won't matter for you. If you check this out here, we have a script source, which is a really random generated naming convention here, and we have the exact same thing going on here, and that's to hopefully to prevent people from referencing the same files and such. So if I go ahead and click on this, for instance, it's going to open up, and you can see what the minification has done here. It's pretty insane, right? It's taken all of that JavaScript and it's put it all in a single line. There is no difference between any of it, right? None of it's very distinguishable. By the way, an interesting tool here is you can copy this, for instance, and I have a nifty little tool which I found on the internet here called JS Beautifier, and this is a wonderful tool by this developer, and you can copy and paste any JavaScript in here. For instance, if this will allow me to do it, if I copy all this, doesn't look like it's going to do it right now, but if maybe I'll put this in the link and then you can use it yourself. But anyways, then we also have our link down here. I'm going to click on this guy really quick, and you can see it's done the exact same thing to our CSS and our minification. So minification meaning that it minified, it removed all these spaces and character returns. So, and that's really all there is to it. There is, one line, 2 lines of code versus this looks like what 10 or 12. So it's a big difference, right? And that's going to take up a lot of different times. So that is the way to enable optimizations in your bundle config. So that concludes this video.